Ready to go here.
Leading
Miguel
off for the
Rojas
Dodgers,
at the plate.
Shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
And a foul ball. Got him swinging. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. That's in there, and it's 1-2. One out, base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
Here's Kike Hernandez. On the ground, could be two. Fires to second for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
So up now for Chicago, John Birdie. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him. And that's the first out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now it's Vidal Brujan. That one outside. And a count 2-1. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
Dodgers,
second inning set to go at the plate. Austin Barnes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
In the air, right field. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Turner to first. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. One down, base is empty.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2 down.
Second inning here, no score. That misses, and it's a full count. Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. And we're back. And now the veteran catcher, Carson Kelly.
It's great watching Yamamoto pitch in Major League Baseball, but he played against MLB talent before he signed with the Dodgers. He was a standout at the Tokyo Olympics and in the 2023 World Baseball Classic and helped Japan win gold medals in both.
Next offering upstairs. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with him.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Betts makes the grab. 1 away.
Batting fifth, second baseman,
Here's Nico Horner. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And that one is lifted in the air. The throw in. He's in there.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Man at second. Sliced hard but foul.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Just misses with that one. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Hat now at the plate. Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or...
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
On to the third inning. Here comes Chris Taylor. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. Coming on is Happ. He's there to make the catch.
Batting 8. Right
Here's
fielder,
Mookie to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And it drops in. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. But the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Runner on at first with one gone. Max Muncy at the dish. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Betts leads off first with one away. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Stepping in, Miguel Rojas. Late swing fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Tucker makes the play, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. As we go to the last of the third. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground right side into the outfield, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting ninth, designated hitter, Dansby.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto.
Up next for the
John
Cubs,
Birdie at the plate.
third
He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Way inside, gets out of the way. Runner on the go. Yeah, that's fouled off. Yamamoto throws to first, and he dives back in safely. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate. He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the last half of the third. And that's off the inside edge. 3-2 now. Two on, 1 out, and they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So now Turner in on that right side.
It's early, but these at bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
Yep, that ball went out.
Berg, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 runs in. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 2-zip.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
2 on, 1 out. And next for the Cubs, Carson Kelly. Swing and a ball line to center. Edman makes the grab on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Ruhan on second. Turner at first. 2 out of the inning. comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
In the dirt. And it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 2, and the Dodgers nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Very humble guy, and you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, and let it travel.
Yep.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
1-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The Dodgers trailing by 2 here on opening day. Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pitch misses there. Full count, 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Ground ball, could be 2. Slings to second. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now here is Austin Barnes. Just missed.
2-1.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And that just misses. Teoscar Hernandez getting on deck circle. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Kyle Tucker. Two and one now. And that one is inside.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And the 3-1. That one in there across the letters.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Smoked on the ground to second. Muncy sends it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now
fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Ian Happ up to hit. Gonna count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Happ lays off. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Hernandez settles under it. He's got it. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, center fielder Pete
Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That's in there, and a count 1-2. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise,
oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers nothing. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar goes down on strikes.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Tommy Edman.
And here comes Tommy Edman. And now 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting,
Chris Taylor now.
Chris Taylor.
That one fouled off, 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Colin Ray gives way, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching.
Ben
for the
Brown
Cubs.
into the game.
Still
Number
a lot of
32.
game left, and this game could go either way. So
Brown.
this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Runner at first with 2 away. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
Check on the runner. Taylor back on a dive. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Stays alive. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Taylor around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Shohei Ohtani.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swanson digs in.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting. Third baseman, John.
Here's the Cubs leadoff
Birdie.
man, John Birdie. Next offering is in for a strike. Swanson on at first, nobody out.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Rojas for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Vidal Brujan getting ready to hit. Here's a 1-1. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush.
Boog, that wasn't even close. You know, sometimes a guy will barely miss the zone and hit someone, but right there, he completely lost the handle, and that's when it gets a little scary.
2 outs.
2 balls.
In the
1
dirt,
strike.
but kept close. And strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Got him looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Cubs leave one, but they hold the 2-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now it's going to be Max Muncy. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now batting, shortstop,
So up next, Miguel Rojas. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Toss to Turner. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, number 5.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Short hop liner, handled it short. And that's a nice play to end the inning. So they make short work of him there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And that's in the dirt. Action in the pen down there. Number 80 getting loose out there. Grove getting loose as well. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And they'll do it again. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. A flip to the pitcher covering. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman, Nico Hoerner.
So here's Hoerner now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. Next pitch is outside. Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 down, nobody on. Base hit, center field. Makes the turn and heads for second. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2.
1 strike.
Fought off foul. Ohtani, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Next pitch, not close, up high.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Man on second, 2 down. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers nothing. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Here's the third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
Inside.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Now fly ball to right center. Tucker on the move. And out number 1 on the grab. Austin Barnes will hit next. On the corner for a strike. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Kelly to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out of the front door breaking ball. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Now pitching the Los
New arm
Angeles.
out of the bullpen, Michael Grove.
Number 29.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality
Michael
pitches
Grove.
out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So digging in,
Leading
Pete
off
Crow
for the Cubs.
Armstrong.
Center
I think when
fielder,
you contemplate him as a player, the
Pete
first thing you think about is
Armstrong.
defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And a good eye there.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting, designated hitter, Dansby
Swanson stands in.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He wasn't able to
third
elevate it,
baseman,
but he put a great swing on it.
Birdie.
Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Now the third baseman, John Birdie. Not even close there. And it's 2-1. just missed.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
First and second, 1 out. Vidal Brujan, the next Cub to hit.
Two balls, one strike.
In the dirt. Swanson, the lead runner out at second. Birdie at first, 1 gone.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Next offering way upstairs. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
So bases all loaded up, and the batter will be Justin Turner. That one's in there, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. 1 runs in. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 4-zip.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Michael Grove departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for Los
New
Angeles.
pitcher for the Dodgers, number 80.
Number 80, Emmett Sheehan.
Two on, 1 out. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's outside. Now 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And that's outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Horner tries to hold up, appeal to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
That one not close. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Tucker waiting to hit for the Cubs. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And that is the inning. They put 2 on the board on 2 base hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Keegan Thompson.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Tommy Edman at the plate. The Dodgers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Movement in the bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Valencia also throwing. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Happ makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, designated hitter Chris Taylor.
Here comes Chris Taylor. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there. The Dodgers down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
One down, base is empty. And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder Mookie Betts.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers down in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Left fielder
Ian Happ, the next to hit. The 1-1. And there's a ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a foul ball. Center field. Edman snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, center fielder.
2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. The count 2-1. And that's too high.
One strike.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
We got full count.
On the ground to short. And safe. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
So 2 down. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Crow Armstrong, the runner at first with 2 gone. Pickoff throw. Crow Armstrong dives back in safely. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Coming home. He will score.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for the Cubs, John Birdie. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at second, 2 down. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Throw to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Caleb Thielbar.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Second baseman.
Here's Muncy to hit. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. The throw to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Now batting, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Miguel Rojas. They say you win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. That's off the mark, and the count is even 2-2. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Justin Steele up and throwing. Morgan, the right-hander, also getting loose. Two. Flares it into the outfield. Hauls it in for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
So last chance for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. They're down to their final strike. The Dodgers down to their final strike. And it remains 2-2. That one is upstairs. And that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Got it, and that's the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
5-0 the final in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.